Hello and welcome back to episode 2 of the Sunday Funday podcast. Today I have the pleasure of being joined by my co-host, Alan Orms. How are you, Alan?
I'm the dream, baby.
Good to see you. I also have the displeasure of being joined by league clown, Chris Carlin. Hi, Chris.
Howdy, how you doing?
I've been better. Look, we have a lot to discuss, so I think we should just get right down to business, okay?
Let's do it.
Chris, starting with the same question I asked Orms before we get into baseball, just tell me what's new in life. How are you? What's new?
Getting ready for the fantasy baseball season. Getting ready to start working a bunch.
Outside of fantasy,
Not
I
really
don't care.
much outside of
Outside of
that.
fantasy baseball, what's going on?
Starting a job soon at Children's Hospital.
Wait.
Why are
That's
you
about
molesting
it.
children soon?
Nothing. What's up?
You're saying molesting children soon?
No, started working at Children's.
That's not what I
Graduated. Did not say molesting children. That's ridiculous.
Oh,
heard.
Shoot.
Freudian slip. No worries. Let's get
Freudian
past that.
slip.
We don't talk
All
about
right,
that.
start a job working at Children's soon. Other than that, not much. Just gearing up for the new year right now. How you doing?
This isn't my interview. I don't answer the questions.
All right.
oh man,
right,
you should have done the stand-up bit. God damn it. All right,
let's get
moving on.
Let's get into baseball. So, Carlin, you went from fluke champion to 11th in one season. You were just half a game away from last place. So, what will you do differently? What will you do differently in 2023? And can you succeed without Dawson as your co-manager?
Let's make it straight. Dawson did not co-manage. I didn't offer him. I texted him about one trade, and then he turned that into co-managing. Nicky No-Nos has even texted me about more trades than I texted Dawson. So I am the co-manager for Nicky then.
This is some patience going on here.
Oh, yeah. So it wasn't a fluke championship. It was a Shohei Ohtani-led championship. And without him this year, I'll be back in the championship. Guaranteed.
You care to make a wager on that? Is there any what will you do if you don't get a championship?
If I come in any of the double-digit standings, I would do the last place punishment with the last place person.
Ooh, wow.
The double-digit standings.
So 10,
11, 12.
Okay. Wow.
So 10 basically it's 10 or 11 then, because
Well,
I'm 12. I'm doing it by myself.
What if you get 9 through 2?
Just a bad year.
I mean, I get it. If you ain't first, you're last, but
I mean, once we get closer, I'll wager some more money. I got to get some more maneuvering going on in our draft picks here that Orms won't accept a single trade I offer him. But we'll get there.
Patience is a virtue, young grasshopper.
So you didn't answer the question though, Carlin. What are you doing different this year than you did last year?
Not becoming obsessed with 100s picks. That's what I'm doing different. I was roped into ADP, average draft position, only to realize our league does completely different than average draft position, and everyone reaches on everyone. So it screwed me out. I would have first place last year if we all followed ADP. Let's make that sure. But we didn't.
Using what? Like ESPN?
Well, Fantasy Pros puts them all together in a list. All the ADPs. Yahoo, ESPN gives you a whole list of ADP.
So you use Fantasy
I traded off that. Only for ADP, not for rankings.
That's crazy. I can't believe Bobby Witt didn't make it to 130. It's crazy.
His ADP last year was like 125, and Dawson went in with him at like 60.
Well, this is the Wild West. This is not Fantasy Pros. We're much better than them.
Okay.
Orms, you got a question for this clown?
I have a string of questions, but they're unrelated to baseball because I kind of think what's going on now is kind of BS. So
Do you want to save those for later? And so I think we have some non-baseball questions coming.
Non-baseball?
yeah, I'm
So
just.
what?
I mean, we haven't drafted yet, so there's nothing really to talk about. I'm not trading. It's kind of BS. But yeah, Coach, I'll pass it back to you. We can see if we can get some more questions from you, though.
Okay, I'll just go to the Sneech submitted question of the week. This is where I asked.
Speaking of that, I shouldn't have been kicked out of the Sneeches. That's BS. We never set that rule. I was the one who had the worst rule possible. That's terrible. The champion should be absolutely in the following year. That's ridiculous.
You were
They
in,
should
but then you started like 0-10, and you lost that right. And you also asked us to remove you. So
I did not. That was when I knew that I was going to get kicked out of that part. Is when I asked to be removed. Because I had to get ahead of it.
all right, let's get back on the fairway here. The Sneech question is: were you dropped on your head as a baby, and why are you the way that you are today?
I was not. It's a great question.
Hmm.
Can I guess who submitted that question from the Sneeches
No.
group?
No.
I cannot.
No.
I think it was Nikki Nonos, but we'll leave it there.
Good guess.
Was a good guess. Well, thank you. What? I didn't hear you.
I have no knowledge.
Oh.
I'm not
and what was the second question to that?
Just why are you the way you are?
Yeah, why am I the way that I am?
Pick, like, who do
Why
you
am I
model
talking about shit in the group chat?
When you think of one person, who do you model yourself after? Does he?
Who do I model myself after? That's a great question.
Like a movie character, like age.
Probably Travis Kelce.
Okay, Sid. All right. Boy, I don't know. Travis Kelce. He's pretty hot. Not gonna lie. Carlin.
Pretty spitting image, to be honest. If we're gonna put parallel right next to each other, spitting images. Same athletic ability, same build, same success. Is he lighting him?
Bro, you're so high.
Jesus Christ.
Oh my God, Carlin. Carlin, you're falling short of Travis Kelce in a lot of ways.
I mean, we both have one championship. I'd say we're pretty equal. Well, just like him this year, he'll get his second. I'll also get my second. The parallels are existent.
Carlin, I have a championship too. Does that make me your equal?
Correct.
I fucking hope not.
I mean, I didn't come in last year. That was your duty.
I mean, if we want to get into this, we can. I mean, half a game really isn't much to tweet about. And if that half a game would not have happened, you'd be fucking last because But
guess what? The fat lady sang, and she was singing all over you.
Oh, you know.
Computers just died.
Oh God. Okay, Carlin. All right, we're gonna get super serious here now.
What's up, Arms?
If that's okay, all right.
All right.
Really concerned. I'm really concerned for your health. I'm just curious, what's your vaccination status?
We're back for part 2 of the Chris Carlin interview. Chris, when we were cut off, Orms was asking you about your vaccination status. Would you mind just confirming that in case anyone in the league is curious?
I am triple vaxxed. I am actually going for my 4th vaccine in probably a couple months. Working in a hospital atmosphere, you need to be vaccinated. Jesus.
Okay, fair enough. All right, let's get into our hypothetical question of the week. If you had to raise a child from birth with one other league member, who would it be And
With one other league member. So we were gay together and we had our own child. Got it. Wait, that is a weird way to phrase that. If I had to raise a child with someone else in the league, I would probably pick Henry I've seen him already do it right now, and he seems like he's doing a pretty good job from what I can tell.
that's kind of a cop-out answer. Let's go with someone who is not a father right now.
Not a father, right.
Henry does seem like a great dad, but let's go to a less obvious answer.
Less obvious answer. Can I tell you who I wouldn't want to first?
Yeah.
Probably Orms would be the one that I would not. I feel like Orms is just way too busy with his life sometimes. Just has too much going on to adequately give time to the child.
Mm.
And if I would, so who would I? It's a hard one. I'm thinking about a couple people. Nick Nonos comes to mind. Michael Coates seems like he has his life kind of tied up right now, so he comes to mind as well. I've known Dawson for forever, so he comes to mind. If I had to really pick, I'd pick Nonos, because Nonos seems like he's further in life than a lot of people in the group, as he's already married.
Yeah, he's married. He's got a job. The only concern with him, like he would do a good job from ages like 1 to 17, and then he would do something that last year and just completely fuck it up, just, kind of mirroring his baseball success.
So he was a quality player till about he hit his adult years, is what I hear from this.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Chris, can you tell me a little bit about your beef with league member Brock? Where did it start? Why is it so hostile between you two?
I don't even know where it started, but I came into the league just firing on all cylinders, giving everyone shit, and then he started taking it personal. So then I just kept on going with it. To be honest with you, there's nothing really like that started it, but I just came in firing. Had to make my name in the league. And to be known as the one who shit talks is not a bad reputation to have.
Well, I guess it depends who you ask. But yeah, you did come in hot. You made some bold claims before you even played one game. I feel like you guaranteed a championship like before the draft. And
what, 3 years ago? I thought I did that last year and then came in 11th, so that went well. I did it again this year, so hopefully, God, maybe I'm just jinxing myself.
26-0 incoming, right?
How many weeks are there? There's 26, right?
Something
24.
Like that, yeah.
24. I'd have the bye week then, so 26 makes sense.
I'd love to see it. You got any bold predictions for us for the 2023 fantasy season?
I've called out Michael Coates and I've called out Nonos for who I think is last place, but I'm changing it and I'm probably going to stick to it as to who I really think is going to be last place. I think it's going to be a two-way battle between Graham and Connor due to just looking at their subset of picks they have so far. It looks like Graham is just trying to copy my 2022, which went down in flames. So I don't know really what he's doing. So I'm going to go with Graham as probably like a negative, 400 odds for last place right now.
Okay. Why Connor?
I feel like Connor
he's always playoff team.
Yes, but Connor's draft picks just don't entice me very much. It's very much he wants a couple good guys, and it's like, well, hopefully I hit later in the draft. It's pretty much how his draft method goes.
Isn't that your draft method?
No, I have a bunch of picks from 40 to 83. I think I have 15 picks from 40 to 83. So, I mean, technically, let me get a bunch of good to great players, but not elite. So it's like, let me get upper echelon players, but I don't need an elite player because in fantasy baseball, it's about depth. And that's what got me the championship 2 years ago, is good depth and getting Ohtani off of Henry for basically nothing. But
did you have depth last year?
I had depth, but it was dog shit depth.
Yeah. So what's different about this year from last year?
I have. So last year I had picks from 100 to 130. Were pretty much the majority of my picks. I think I had like 2 inside in the 90s, if I'm remembering correctly. This year, I don't even want to touch those picks. I'm just avoiding 90 to 120 altogether, so I don't even jinx myself at all. So I have like 15 picks. Shoot, I've traded 19 times. I can't even remember how many picks I have within my 40 to 83. I think I have 15. And
I say it's more about how you manage in season. That's why even if Connor's picks are bad, I like Connor over you every day of the week.
I just like to use all my pickups really quickly and then get fucked out of them later. But I have another bold prediction real quick. So come draft time, which I assume we'll have a follow-up podcast on draft time with some league members. One of our league members is going to become very frustrated with me. I can't call them out because then they're going to understand what I'm doing. But one of our league members is going to become very frustrated with me because I'm going to slide right in and steal their guys.
Do you have somebody in mind?
I do, but I'm not going to say it out loud because then there's still 35 days for them to trade around where I am. So, but
all right. I
call
don't think they're
something
afraid of you, but
in 1 month, we're going to follow up on.
okay. All
And
right.
then
I
I'll
look
tell you
forward to
when
hearing.
What's up?
I look forward to hearing what that is because I don't know how you could possibly like know who people are trying to pick and try to predict that you're going to piss somebody off. But
Just
we'll
trends
see.
over the last couple of years. I have trends. I've done a little more research in downtime this year than I did last year, and I have some trends of now being in the league for my 4th year. I have trends of certain drafters that I think they haven't strayed from them in 3 years. So why would they stray from them in the 4th year?
Interesting. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. To wrap up our interview here, we're going to go rapid fire yes or no questions. I ask you a question, you give me a 1-word yes or no, and if you tell I end the podcast, okay?
Gotcha.
Understand the rules, just 1-word answer?
1-word answer. Got it.
All right. Are you the best manager in the league?
Yes.